physicians, for National Health Plan? What about all of these like DSA and Medicare for All working groups? What about?
And Monday, 3 p.m. Tomorrow, Monday at 3 p.m. in 24 hours and a couple hours, Nancy Pelosi is setting up a showdown for the $2,000 checks. Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden, there was talk about how this is a Biden victory, how he's already the president before he's become the president. Now you had all this chaos, right? This chaos bomb right before Christmas. And, yeah, fantastic, right? Merry Christmas, Tiny Tim. Your parents just lost their unemployment benefits. Merry Christmas, Tiny Tim. Your parents just lost your health care, or their health care. Merry Christmas, Tiny Tim, who's in poverty or worse, homeless. Merry motherfucking Christmas, Tiny Tim.
What about people, even if we're talking about the electoral sphere, what about people in, like Justice Democrats recruiting, primary candidates who support Medicare for All to run against people who are opposed? All of these things are doing something. And you can say, yeah.
So, Ben Burgis, I got a question for you. Nancy Pelosi is going to force the vote, a $2,000 check vote, which she does not believe in. She said $600 was significant, right? Miss Gourmet Ice Cream, $600 is significant. Miss Capitalist, Imperialist, Gourmet Ice Cream, $600 is significant. Yeah, that's probably the very least you could say about $600. It's not significant enough, and $2,000 isn't significant enough. We need $2,000 for the rest of the year, $2,000 for 12 months. The American people, we're in the Great Depression right now, motherfuckers. We need a new deal. We need a completely brand new, just implement the Green New Deal as is, and then sort the chaos out afterwards. Mr. Chaos wants to just pass the Green New Deal. That'll show them motherfuckers what's up. Let's see how far, these Republicans are willing to fuck over the American people just because they don't want to give us these $2,000 checks. Neither does Nancy Pelosi. It's an amendment to the COVID-19 bill. So this is on top of the $900 billion bill. It's going to be $1.5 trillion, which I'm fine with. Pass that. That's like, no, don't pass it. Fuck that. Fuck that bill. I feel like it's a good compromise. It's better than nothing, but frankly, the best is just a $2,000 check. So I feel like $2,000 won't pass. It's a symbolic vote. It's performance arts. It's Nancy Pelosi flexing. It's Nancy Pelosi using her power. So, Ben Burgis, would you say that Nancy Pelosi forcing her vote with the $2,000 check, the performance arts symbolic vote that she doesn't believe will actually pass, is useful? Do you think that's a good power play? Do you think that's a good power move? You think she's going to get away? You think she's going to twist Donald Trump's arm and make sure he only gives us $600? I bet you she loses. I bet you he called this bill a disgrace. It's a fucking disgrace. And the Democrats are also trying to override a veto for the NDA, the military spend in the wars. He vetoed it. It's him. Donald Trump ended all the wars. He vetoed it. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be.
Yeah, but we don't have that yet. That's true. But we're much closer.
Speaking words of wisdom.
And they want to
let
look
it
at,
be.
this is why I actually think the roots of this, and I think everybody involved in supporting, I think the roots of this are nefarious. I've been working in politics all of my adult life, right, outside of being a host.
So just like David Soroto, just like Farron Cousins, just like Jink, 20 years, 16 years, 26 years, her entire adult life, Nomiki Konst has been working in politics and hasn't got America shit. Hasn't got America shit. We got poverty all over the goddamn place. We got homelessness. We got health problems. We got sick people. We got police brutality here. We got packed people in prisons. Oh my God, we got endless goddamn war, government that don't respond to us, a government that fucking just basically America is crumbling because this little SARS-2. We had SARS-1. How come we weren't prepared for SARS-2? We're letting SARS-2 kick our ass? What the fuck, America? I thought that we were the best, I'm proud to be an American. Or at least I know
I
I'm
worked
free.
on a political campaign
And I
for
won't
something like this.
forget
I think most people
the
who
men
work more than 2 or 3
that
political campaigns are really
gave that right to me, and I'm proud
an
to
argument coming in.
stand
distract and push us away from what
Next to defend her still today. There ain't no doubt I love this
and
man.
The goal is, these will
God bless
they'll start
the
rumors,
USA.
tactics, and I mean, I don't.
Because I love America. That's the very reason I insist on the right to criticize her. James Baldwin.
I know what Jimmy Dore's goal is, and frankly, at this point, I don't even care. I've already made a case for what he is openly admitted to taking money from, who he is openly admitted to taking money from. So it's smear.
It's not a smear. It's not an anti-war group. It's actually true blue CIA talking points from Bellingcat, which is financed by the UK Foreign Office.
That's something he has said.
Right.
And I know his audience, too. There is a good chunk of Trump supporters in his audience. But I don't know what his goal is.
I can't stand motherfucking this Fuhrer. I can't stand him. 4 years of a fucking terrible nightmare. What an awful period for America. The worst president in American history. Hands motherfucking down. The worst president. Only ruled half of America. Hated anti-fascist, so he would have been on the side of the Nazis killing Americans. Fantastic. He's on the side of the Confederates, right? It's so hard for him to disavow white supremacy. Yeah, I'm sure he's a huge anti-fucking racist. I'm sure that's Donald Trump's legacy. He fought against racism his entire... Fuck you. That is not the... Donald Trump is terrible, but this is talking about smears, right? His fans are a bunch of MAGA motherfuckers.
I think it's important to identify the strategy and what the effects are of that strategy. And so just from a pure argument perspective, what are some of the best ways to combat misinformation when they come back with, well, you're a CIA agent? or what? I mean, everybody's getting a different thing. Ben Dixon's getting smeared. I mean, all I did was just say he took a certain amount of money and he put it in his tax returns and disclosed it. And suddenly I'm dropping. I don't know. I'm in charge of the NATO bomb program, I guess. After work. I mean, it's.
She's in charge of the NATO bomb program? Did you hear what Nomiki Konst said? In charge of the NATO bomb program. So she's being, facetious there, but that's, okay, so she's not in charge of the NATO bomb program. But I do want to know the extent of what was she doing, what the hell was going on, because it seems like it's being suggested that she was either at the very worst or very best. At the very best, she was a useful idiot for the Obama and Biden and Hillary's 2014 Libyan coup d'etat. There's slavery, perpetual chaos in Libya right now. We did not make Libya safer. It's terrible. God, Tunisia should just take Libya over and put their constitution on. Libya is, slavery. Okay, Obama, Biden, Hillary, they brought slavery back to Libya, right? So she was maybe just helping people out. Then the NATO thing came out, but she said in a tweet that they became the founders of the new Libyan, government. They were the founders. So the people that she was training, she had trained the opposition leaders for the 2014 Libyan coup d'etat. So is that just happenstance? Was she a useful idiot? Or does she know full goddamn well that, that was her job and she did her job? I feel like Max Blumenthal and Nomiki Konst needs to talk. Max Blumenthal and Nomiki Konst needs to talk. Anna Kasparian and Max Blumenthal, they need to talk.
But there's an ecosystem that's reinforcing this, and I think folks are falling for it because they're in a vulnerable position and they're angry. And instead of channeling that anger into productive ideas and organizing and into solidarity, right? Like, what's a big part of actually getting a bill passed? Not going after each other and building coalitions and solidarity. So, I mean, how do you combat just a flood of misinformation? Do you just stay silent? What's your best strategy?
Yeah. So I think some of it, like, I think the person who's tweeting, assuming that it.
So Ben Burgis, I'm sure, is just getting hit all over the place. I'm sure everybody is interested in what Ben Burgis is saying, and they're just smearing the hell. She said Ben Dixon is getting smeared. I wonder, it's just incredible. Talk about digging your heels into the, She's digging her heels in and talking about leftist infighting. They are adding fuel to the fire. You want solidarity? Then get in favor of Medicare for all, motherfucker. Nancy Pelosi, what I was trying to say before, she's doing a force to vote. She's doing a vote. It's an amendment. It's not a $2,000. We need $2,000 bucks. Just that's it. It would be cheaper. It's only $500-something billion versus $900 billion. We save $300 billion, 333. So the specifics, whatever. We save billions of dollars just by paying a one-time $2,000 check. Well, we need a $2,000 check once every single month for the entire year. And then at the end of the year, we need to, maybe re-up on it and see if we need to do it for another year or 2 or 3 or 4. But we need $2,000. We're in a great motherfucking depression. We have a pandemic. We need Medicare for all. We need $2,000 in our pockets, every single one of us. Those two things, we will get through this crisis like it was nothing. Joe Biden says, wear a fucking mask in 100 days. Okay, I'll wear a fucking mask. Pass Medicare for all. Get the public option. I'll settle for the public option. Pass Medicare for all or the public option and get us $2,000 motherfucking dollars in our goddamn pockets. All that pork barrel, porkopolis, spruce, goose, boondoggle bullshit. Not gonna fucking, are you kidding me? Take that $900 billion COVID bill and throw it in the trash. It is a disgrace. How many times has Congress been passing this fucking disgraceful fucking bills where they say, it's, $600 for you, America, but really it's like it's 5,500 pages of tack-on bullshit. Here's $600, America, now sell your whole fucking soul and sell your country down the river. 5,500 pages? Jesus Christ, it'd be hard for me to trust, just a one-sentence contract from a politician, let alone a 5,500-page contract. Are you freaking kidding me?
It is a person at that point, that you're a CIA agent or whatever, that
without health care. It's kind of amazing. I don't know how they can do that.
yeah. Well, that's something I've gotten a lot, actually, that you can say this because you already have health insurance, which is amazing to me because, actually, right this second I do, but but in the very recent past, that's been an issue.
Nomiki Konst does not have health care. That's interesting.
And I think it might be an issue again, but, whatever, and again, it's also a little much coming from, given that the source of the whole thing is somebody who is well provided for now, it's particularly grating, of course, but people who are saying things like that probably, I think, shouldn't even really be engaged with at all because that's just a weird use of resources, and it's you were talking about union organizing campaigns earlier. Anybody who's
So no, I don't believe that she's part of a NATO bomb program. But I do want to kind of understand, does she have access to the founders? Are they still around? Can we talk to them? Is it bad as it seems? Because it seems like Libya is really fucking bad. It's descended into, despair. It's the heart of darkness. That's what we did. We created a big old fucking vacuum, and now there's nobody that's strong enough or can unify everybody, so it just gets fucking worse and worse and worse. Just absolute chaos. Absolute pandemonium. So I would like to see that conversation happen. I'm not for sure if it ever will.